Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I am going to be sharing with you the cost of living in London and how much I pay near about in a month to sustain or survive myself in London. So about London, I don't know where to start. It's such a beautiful city. There's so much the city has to offer for anyone living here. There's a lot of international people, variety of different things, different cultures, and it's just buzzing all the time. There's just a lot that's going on in the city. However, nothing in the city comes for free, and you pay a very, very big price for it. I will talk about the cost obviously from my point of understanding, and especially for London, because staying in the UK, if you're not in London, anywhere else is a bit cheaper, tiny bit cheaper than staying in London. So I'm going to talk about London in this video. If you like the video, don't forget to smash a big thumbs up. Other than that, let's get started.
Okay.
Let's talk about the first and the foremost cost, which is your rent. So there's a thumb rule that my father has always told me, that you should never pay more than 1/3 of your salary on rent, which is 30 to 33% of your salary. Now, if you want to rent a house in London, technically what people do is go on Rightmove or what is it? Share. Technically, if you want to rent a room in London, you can go on websites like Rightmove and Spare Room, etc, etc. It's really convenient, if I should say the least, because it just gives you different prices for different areas and different types of houses. It's just very fair process. Luckily I fall under 1/3 rule, but a lot of people have to pay more than 30, 40, 50% of their salaries on rent, because it is bloody expensive to stay and rent in London. Obviously a lot of it depends on which zone you're living in, what kind of accommodation you're living in, because I live in a personal room, people live in personal flats as well, shared flats, shared rooms, blah blah blah. So all of that changes the dynamics of rent, but essentially I would say that's a fair amount of rent you'll pay, between 500 quid to 1,000. If you're moving to London or you're just curious to know the prices, you can just go on either of the websites, Spare Room or Rightmove, and you can see how much it's to rent a house in the UK, in London specifically. The next one is utilities. So the most absurd utility bill that I've seen, which is in the UK, is a TV license. So if you own a TV, you have to pay a TV license in the UK, and I think it's limited to UK. I'm not sure if it happens in other countries as well, but it's close to £160 per month that you pay for having a TV, because it's a luxury.
Are you serious?
The next is another bill that is limited to the UK is council tax. But what is exactly council tax? So a council tax is a tax that you have to pay separately. It's the tax that you pay to the council for living in that area, so which is used for collecting your bins and maintaining the public libraries, public parks, and keeping everything clean around the area and stuff like that. Council tax is a very variable thing. It depends on the type of house you have. I think it's calculated on the basis of your property, and obviously you can check council tax on the government website, how much it's going to be for different properties. Then comes your very basic bills, which is your gas and electricity. Water is like £10, and then another 10 for gas, and then I think on top of it you pay your Wi-Fi, internet, whatever, which is another 20, I would say. Yeah, these are the basic utility bills that you pay. Good part is that your health services, which is called NHS in the UK, National Health Surge or National Health Services, are free. So although you obviously pay national insurance and tax, which obviously goes in for maintaining all that, but still you don't get the money and then you don't pay, so it's just gone already. But yeah, so NHS is free, which is good, because yeah, the state is paying for your health. Although dentists are bloody expensive. I don't know if you can see, but I have swelling on this side of my face, and I have my dentist appointment on Wednesday. But yeah, dentists are bloody expensive. I think dentists and eyes are not free, and if you have insurance, private insurance, then obviously you can claim some amount back, but it's a bit tough, because these are the two things that people suffer the most with on daily basis, and you have to pay a lot of money for that.
Nice.
So the next on the list is travel. Oh my gosh, traveling is so expensive. There are obviously peak and non-peak hours, and peak hours you pay £1.50 or £2 extra, and non-peak hours you pay less. But I think peak, it's always peak hours when you want to travel. Peak hours start from 7 to 10, I think, or 9. That's the time you want to travel, and then it starts from 5 to 7 in the evening. So if I have to talk about myself, I used to pay close to £290 per month on traveling before lockdown, obviously, because it's like £450, £470, £9 a day basically. So it is bloody expensive. But if you take the buses are cheaper, but then it takes longer, and you don't have 5 hours to spend to go from place 1 to place 2. So I think after rent, a lot of your money will go into traveling. Next is food. Food, it totally depends on where you shop from. There are different supermarkets at different prices for each supermarket. If I have to talk about myself, I spend close to 50 quid per week on groceries. Obviously you can add £100 on takeaways as well, and all that random jazz that I eat. Now that I think about it, it's adding a lot of money. But I always think, oh, it's just £5, I'll spend it. But now I think, oh my gosh, not 100 now, not 100, because obviously we are inside. But when we are going out and about and stuff like that, I think I spend close to £100 on random food, takeaways, and going to pubs and stuff. But it's okay. Yeah, so that is another cost. So it's like close to £200 for groceries, and £100 for additional, so like £300 on food a month. And then comes the most random bills that you need. It's like your phone bill. I pay around £50 for phone as well, to my to my service provider, which is Vodafone. Then I pay for Netflix, which is 10 quid. I pay for Spotify, which is another £10. And what else do I pay for? Amazon Prime. Then I pay for Amazon Prime as well, which is, I think, just a couple of pounds, which is like another close to £10, I feel. Everything just adds up, 10, 10, 10, and this is like, boom, £1,000. But anyway, yeah, this, and then sometimes you have to buy clothes as well, and your Amazon orders, and your other random bits like going to IKEA, and I don't know, it's just so much money you giving. But yeah, I think these are the basic expenses that you're gonna have if you're living here. You can obviously cut down on Spotify and Netflix and Amazon, stuff like that, but can you? I don't think so, to be fair, because yeah, it's just miscellaneous. So let's talk about the total money that you are going to spend. I will obviously not add my exact rent. For the base, I'll put it as 600, because I said it's an average 600 to 1000 or whatever. So I'll put it at 600. So if I calculate everything, all the bills and my rent and food, everything, the total comes to a whooping 1490 quid per month. That's what you pay. So you pay 1490 quid, which is like £1,500 a month, to live in London. I don't know if it's cheap or expensive. I don't know how you think about it, but for me it's bloody expensive. I think in London you don't only pay for what you're getting, but you also pay for the brand value that London is, staying in London and staying in this mega city and stuff. But I think I won't have it any other way as well. But yeah, that is it basically. So now you have an idea, if you're coming to London, how much money you are going to spend. Obviously, when you're a student, you pay less than this. But when you start working, your lifestyle changes a bit and you pay as much as I've just told you. So that is it for this video. I hope you found this video a bit informational and this really helped you out if you want to come to London ever, or just curious about how much people spend in this expensive city. If you have any other questions about or around it, please drop them down in the comments below. If you want to stick around, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and smash a big thumbs up on this video, and I shall see you very soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.